Welcome. So, your business runs on some seriously expensive machinery, right? And you know that getting the true value out of those machines is, well, everything. In this explainer, we're going to dive deep into the software that can finally connect all the dots for you, from cost to performance to profit, so you can really maximize that return on investment.
And that brings us to the big one, the question that probably keeps you up at night. Are your assets actually making you money, or are they quietly just draining your budget? It seems like a simple question, but man, the answer can be incredibly complex.
The solution to this puzzle is what we call asset intelligence. Now, this isn't just about knowing where a machine is. No, it's about seeing the whole story in one place, what you paid for it, what it costs to keep it running, and how well it's actually doing its job. That's how you get to the real ROI. Okay, before we pit our contenders against each other, we need to set some ground rules. A platform that claims to help with ROI has to pass this little litmus test. It's got to track the asset's entire life, handle all the maintenance, keep a history of every work order, watch downtime like a hawk, and this is the big one, roll up every single cost to that specific asset. Anything less, and you're just guessing. So, with our test established, it is time to meet the four contenders. We are putting Ezo, Inflow, Katana, and the enterprise giant Aveva under the microscope to see how they really stack up. Let's get into it. First up, we have Ezo. You should think of this one as the ROI specialist. It was literally built from the ground up for asset lifecycle intelligence, and it's aimed squarely at organizations that live and die by their equipment. And here's where Ezo really flexes. Its maintenance tracking is incredibly deep. We're talking service tickets, work orders, the whole shebang. But honestly, its killer feature? The built-in ROI and utilization analytics. This isn't some afterthought. It's the heart and soul of the platform. But look, no tool is perfect, right? For a really small team with just a handful of machines, Ezo's power might feel like bringing a bazooka to a knife fight. And you gotta be committed to setting it up right to get those amazing analytics. You know the saying, garbage in, garbage out. All right, next, let's switch gears and look at Inflow. This platform is an absolute pro, but its specialty is totally different. It's all about inventory and order management, which makes it a huge favorite for small and mid-sized businesses that are focused on managing physical stock. And it is fantastic at what it does. You get amazing real-time visibility into your stock, it can support manufacturing with a bill of materials, and it's famous for being super easy to get started with. For a business that sells products, that's a massive win. But, and this is a big but, here's where we see the gap for our specific problem. See, Inflow is all about the products, the stock, the orders, not the long, complicated life of a heavy-duty machine. It's missing that crucial maintenance history and utilization tracking you need for real ROI. Moving on to contender number 3, Katana, we start to see a similar pattern. This is another pro in its field, a cloud manufacturing platform that's built to give businesses a live look into their production lines. Katana's strengths are obvious if you're a manufacturer. It gives you these awesome production dashboards, it can do batch tracking for traceability, which is huge in some industries, and it has really solid workflows for the folks on the shop floor. And yep, just like Inflow, it's a similar story. Katana's laser-focused on the things you make, not the machines that make them. It just doesn't have those machine-level cost roll-ups and utilization analytics that are the bedrock of our ROI litmus test. And finally, we have Aveva. Okay, this platform is in a totally different universe. It's an industrial, enterprise-level titan. It's built for huge operations, think energy, utilities, heavy industry, where thousands and thousands of assets are in play. The power here is just immense. We're talking about super advanced maintenance management, predictive capabilities using digital twins of your actual assets, and the ability to scale across giant multi-site operations. For the right company, this is an absolute game changer. But of course, with great power comes great complexity. While Aveva is unbelievable, it's also unbelievably expensive, takes a long time to get running, and you'll probably need a whole team just to manage it. For most mid-market companies, it's just way too much firepower. Okay, now that we've met all the players, it is time for the final showdown. Let's put them all side by side and see exactly how they perform on the features that really matter for calculating machine ROI. And this table just lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at the rows for maintenance cost tracking and ROI calculation. You see this huge divide? Ezo and Aveva were built for this job, while Inflow and Katana just weren't. When we rank them specifically for equipment-heavy businesses, EZO really hits that sweet spot, coming out on top for its balance of power and usability. So after that whole breakdown, we land at the most important question of all. Which one of these is right for you? Let's make this really simple and give you some clear, actionable advice based on what you actually need. So let's cut to the chase. If your number one, absolute top priority is to finally understand the true ROI of every single machine you own, I'm talking maintenance costs, uptime, performance, all of it, then EZO is the most purpose-built tool in this lineup for you, period. However, if your biggest daily headache is just managing your stock, keeping track of sales orders, and making sure your finished goods get out the door, then tools like Inflow or Katana are incredible choices. They're experts in their domain. It's just a different domain than equipment economics.
And last but not least, if you're running, say, a power plant or a massive industrial operation with a budget to match, and you need the absolute peak of enterprise power, then Aveva is the clear, if very heavyweight, champion for you.
And that leaves us with one final thought. Every minute of uptime, every single service ticket, every little dip in performance, it's all data. It's a story. Your machines are constantly telling you how much they cost and what they're truly worth. The only question left is, are you using the right tools to listen?